What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Happy Thursday. Happy watching the NFL schedule release, if that's your thing. I don't care when the Niners are playing. All I care about is that we win. So, anyway, one more day to go until the weekend. I cannot wait. No plans still for Friday and Saturday, which is a rarity. I'm looking forward to it. Doing, I shouldn't say all of nothing because I have grand, glorious plans to take a lot of photos of my action figures, write up some more reviews, and take down some of the pile. I have to show you a picture of how it's coming. I have made some dents despite getting 4 figures over the course of this week. I'll show those to you real soon. But before I go any further, of course, I need to send a special shout out to all of the Lyles Figure Files VIP members, and the numbers are growing. You too can be one of them. Jamelin Parks, Blake Tarpley, Lefty Two Lions, BK, James Green, David Thanos, Lawson Wallace, Henry G, Ryan Daly, Jay Woods, Tom Finn 2018, MOC Turtle, Robert Hayes, Nathan William, and of course, Retro Robo. Those are the year plus members. I appreciate you all tremendously. Thank you for continuing to support on the level at which you are. Also, the rest of the VIP squad: Alan, Bro, Vince, Cousin Eddie, DJ No Good, Pixelated Poses, Graham Tuttle, John Morrissey, Vintage Bob, Doom Customs, Corbin Taylor, Carlos Castillo, One Ugly A MMO, and Troy B. Thank you all so much as well. I forgot to make a graphic because I did have a super chat last week. Lawson Wallace, thank you for the $10 super chat last week. Thank you, my dear friend. I appreciate it. A lot of stuff coming up on the action figure front. There is a bunch of stuff. We are, tomorrow we'd be smack dab. I guess maybe it's the 16th, sort of. Maybe that midway point between Friday and Saturday. We're almost smack down in the middle of May, and there are a bunch of pre-orders coming our way. Yojo June is just around the corner, and as I'm speaking to you all right now, nobody else has left the G.I. Joe Classified Series team. Fingers all the way across, because who knows, by the time this is over, there may be some more breaking news. Anyway, everything's good on that front. Let me say what's up to the guys and gals here in the chat. So, first up is Snake Eyes. Howdy, partner. How are you tonight? Justin Huber says, this ain't the place for grown-ups. And I forgot to mention last night on Movie Files, Grown Ups 3 is indeed coming to Netflix. I can't wait for that one. It's for people who refuse to grow up. Why would it be anything but when the guy who's talking to you in front of the camera is Jeffrey, aka the guy who doesn't want to grow up? Oh man, I don't have it. It's just out of range, but I can't pull him down from the shelf of stuff on top. My not quite so namesake, Jeffrey. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I wish Toys R Us kept growing with me. So sad that it's gone. Howdy, Toy Tubing crew. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Justin? How are you tonight, my man? And I see y'all already answered my question. I will, of course, star those for now and come back to them later. But don't worry. I do have them starred to get to them. Justin says, Masters of the Universe, baby. Absolutely. That Belch was going to be serious. And man, we got the posters today for Amazon MGM. And oh my goodness, I am so excited about this movie. I mean, we talked about it last night on Movie Files. They showed an image of Moss Man, and I'm like, I want to see the movie figure version of Moss Man. And I'm not worried. I am not even cautiously optimistic now. I am hyped. I am so ready to see this movie. And if it just makes its way into my top 10 favorites for 2026, I will consider this a big win, and we'll be eagerly anticipating the sequel. Because I mean, there's 3 ready-made stories with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, even if you didn't keep the same bad guy, which is great because you could keep flipping them every 3 movies. So your next one, of course, could be Hordak and the Evil Horde. Your third one can be King Hiss and the Snake Men. So they got it all wrapped up. And of course, Skeletor has so many more minions that they could throw them in the 4th, in the 7th. I mean, there's so many fun possibilities, and these figures look awesome. And I'm going to do a video probably soon, taking a look at all the stuff that we can take from these Masters of the Universe figures and see how they'll react on a DC coat of paint with some great sculpting, because we're almost at the halfway point of the year, and that means McFarlane Toys is almost done with their DC Multiverse run, and I still have a rack of figures to add to the shelf. Today I went to Target, I saw Gangbuster, he looked really cool. Jack Knight Starman, so that's pretty exciting. No Bloodwind yet. He's still hiding away from me. I've been to GameStop, I've been to 3 Targets now. Still no luck on him. I might have to make another run at Target tomorrow. Just be like, you hear Bloodwind? Because I'm getting a little antsy. I'm seeing people posting. I'm like, I need Bloodwind on the shelf. So hopefully we'll see him real soon. Keanu leaves. What up, Jeffrey? I'm ready for those files. Thank you. Trying to drop them on him. John Morrissey's here. Happy Thursday, Jeffrey. Right back at you, my friend. And greetings to every member of the Loud Figure Files crew. Absolutely. And Jibru, starring that one. What's up, though? Vin Doom. What up, Figure Files crew? And to my main man, Jeff. What it is, Vin Doom. Brian P. Frills, what's up? I see your comment. I'm starring it to get to it later. And Vin Doom, I am starring yours. Omega 579. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. What's happening? What's up with you, Omega? Pack Rat. 2K7. Good times, though, Loud Figure Files crew. I always stumble in at 2K7 because of the NBA games where it's like, what year is this installment? And then, of course, it's like, wow. And 2K7 is so long ago. And it's like, what are we on? They're always a year ahead, right? So they're on 20 or 2K27. It's crazy. I mean, just throw 20 years on that thing. Wow. Anyway, hope you're doing good, my man. I'm starring yours. What's up, Ryan Daly? How are you tonight? And Jalen Parks. I'm starring yours as well. King Collector. The King is in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up, Royalty? How are you tonight? Jalen Parks. What it is, Jeff? What's up? What's up, my friend? How are you? Oh, let's see. Chad Kinsler's here. What's up, Chad? How are you tonight? Ray Paz. Jeff. What's up, Home Slice? What's up, Home Skillet? How you doing? Future DC Warrior. Cool 360. What's up, Jeff? Thank you and Retro Robo for that Marvel Legends McFarlane style lizard. It's amazing. Now, did you intend that? Because if not, that was unfortunate. But if you did, that's perfect. Or you could have gone with Spectacular. That would have worked as well. But amazing. Can't go wrong with that one. Lost in Wallace. Hello, Jeffrey and the Loud Figure Files crew. Remember to hit the like. Absolutely. And since you're here, and we did mention it last week, hopefully I still have them, of course, because I'm looking for them. They're nowhere to be found, of course, because that would have been too easy. Don't forget to support Lawson and his Minotaur book, where he's got all these amazing art pieces of his fantastic artwork. So you can check those out. Let's see if I can get to those in the speed of sound. All right, let's see here. Lawson. There we go. Because I am friends with him. There you go. Great. And let me see here. Okay. That just messed me all up. Anyway, Maurice, if you want to send photos of what you have to the live, you can always do this. Excuse me. Just hit me up there. That's my email. So if you or anybody else wants to send photos of what you got for the week, just hit me up there and give me a heads up in the chat. I still have time that I can throw them on there. All right. So let's see where else. Where did I end up? Chad Kinsler. I've been cherry picking legends for over a year and winding down on Joe's. Very interesting on both of those because I think they have done really solid work. Lawson, got all the mailing supplies in today. So Minotaur art book winners, your books will be in the mail this coming week. Congrats again. Excellent. Let me see here. I'm trying to think where you sent me those photos. Maybe it was just in my email. And if so, I can pull that up really fast. I actually love a prepared podcast host. I do too. And clearly, he is not me. There we go. I found one. Which one should I go with? Let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. Great. And we got the photos. Let's do this thing. All right. So here are some pictures of Lawson's Minotaur book. Very cool. I cannot wait to get this bad boy in my hands because I always check out Lawson's Instagram. He does so many cool pieces of artwork. Here are sampling of the pages here. Little Superman and Batman animated in comic book love for you. That was really cool. And here is one more. Page 5. Little Suicide Squad. Task Force X. The Brave and the Bold presents. That's fun. Really dig that. All right, so check it out. Hit Lawson up on Instagram if you want to know how you can get your hands on Minotaur. Maybe I was thinking Monstar and it just all went together. Minotaur. So there you go. Oh, Mega579, I'm starring yours because I think you're answering my question. What's up, John Kane? How are you tonight, man? Chandler Parks. May the best team win, Jeff. One team I root for already let me down. I can't root for the Niners against the Rams, so at least one of us will be happy with the outcome. All right, what's the other team to let you down? Oh. Yeah. You know what really drives me nuts about that one is the amount of points that we continued to lose every game in that series was basically what Luka would have contributed. And it's just like, man, if all three of them were playing, I feel like that would have been certainly would have been a sweep. But man, it was just like one of those deals where it's like you play so many games and it's like, just to get swept out in the second round. No fun. Easy reader. What's up, man? What's up, gang? Here's to another fun Thursday. Well, Thursday night. I don't want to run it back to start Thursday, but Thursday night, yes, let's do it. Let's have so much fun. Lawson Wallace. Life was so much easier as a figure collector when Toys R Us was still the best game in town. Woo, man. You know, there was a point where it wasn't even the best game in town, but it was really great to have a place where you could just go for toys of anything. And it was just literally a store full of toys. And, you know, they would have coupons. So when they had savings and they had deals, it was like, great, now I can get some stuff. But, you know, Target's really the only one that does that. Walmart, not so much. I did a full video on this, but for those of you who don't watch all of the shorts, I'll show you this really quickly. So I did posted a short on ridiculous Superman, Brandon Ross Superman that was swapped out. At the same store was this Austin Theory figure. This one is the worst. Like the Superman, okay, sure. You got fooled. It looks on a surface level like Superman. This doesn't look remotely like this guy. And he's like, what is this? And then they put it on clearance for like a price like, hey, well, it's not what you wanted. And I almost feel like more people want that John Cena Guile than they would Austin Theory anyway. But craziness going on over at that Walmart. Future DC Warrior says, agree, Lawson. Miss being a Toys R Us kid. Yes. What's up, Retro Robo? What up, Jeff and crew? And the crew. What's up, Retro Robo? How you doing, man? JMC is here. What's up, Jeff and crew? What's up, JMC? Rick Cage, you're here early. Greetings, Men of Earth. What it look like? Smooth sailing, Captain. Lawson, Jeffrey, relax, buddy. I found you a blood win. My guy, thank you so much. Cause I was starting getting the cold sweats when I was waking up. I haven't found Bloodwind yet. And that guy's look is so cool. And the fact that McFarlane was the first one to give us a full, like 6 inch, 7 inch scale version of him that's highly articulated. Yeah, I know he had one in that. They're not quite, yeah, I guess more they're Justice League Unlimited cartoon style figures that had like what 4 points of articulation. Doesn't count. This one is really cool. And for all of the random figures of the moment that we got from Mattel with their DC Classics line, I think McFarlane has done a really good job of pulling random characters that we never thought we'd see from him. I mean, it's like 18,000 Batman variants, but there have been some real winners in this line as well. And Bloodwind, Aztec, definitely some of those. We got Black Condor. What's another? Gangbuster. I mean, who thought we were going to see a Gangbuster figure from them? It's craziness. Thank you, Lawson. I appreciate it. Janglin, I'm looking forward to the Motu movie, but I still wish they were starting the first act with Queen Marlena. I'm curious about how they'll pull off this Adam on Earth story. I hope it is like 10 minutes, no more. If they want to go less, I'm fine with that too. I really hope it's not like an hour before he gets there, unless there's some really cool flashbacks of early Eternia. Maybe it starts off with Queen Marlena talking about how she came from Earth. That'd be kind of fun, man. I'm very curious to see where they're going to go with this. What's up, Critical Enjoyer? How are you tonight, my friend? Lefty! Hey, crew. What's up, Lefty? Bloodwind has the world's worst costume? No way. No way. I'm going to put in a generic Google search and I'm going to prove to you that Bloodwind has nowhere close to the worst costume. Gosh, there's just so many. I mean, I could pull up. There we go. I just come up with some on my own, but goodness gracious, we cannot say that. Let's see. Yeah, that works. Yeah, let's just go with this one. I think this one is certainly in the running. Let's see, not that version of Wonder Man's costume. He has some losers, but and it's so it's wild. When you put in searches for comic book superhero outfits, now it just goes to movies. It is, I don't know. There we go. Wars comic. Oh, here's another one. I mean, Bloodwind is not even on the list compared to some of these ridiculously awful, awful costumes. And here's another one. And one of his teammates has a atrocious one. And really, how in the world could you say this when this costume actually exists in the history of the world? Let's go through some of the worst costumes, and we probably will not see them because I want to defend my guy Bloodwind on this one. Here, number one, or at least the first one. This version of Sue Storm is insane. It's like every other 90s chick can be a bad girl, not Sue Storm. Not having it. That costume's insane. Like this 4 cutout. What are we even doing? She's not Stifler's mom. In this one, gosh, atrocious. Just so bad. It's like a cross between Captain America and Super Pro. Awful. I mean, it's just like throwing a bunch of armor. It's like an Iron Man tribute. And what is the deal with the eye slot? Like it just makes no sense. It's got the J.J. Abrams lens flare. No, thank you. Then we've got this one. Guy Gardner Warrior. What is even happening? Why does he have knee pads but no elbow pads? Why does he look like he has been taking some of Hulk Hogan's vitamins? Also, the tattoos. What? No. I mean, he's got face paint like he's literally a wrestler. And Vince McMahon is like, dude, you need to lay out the juice. Last and definitely not least, Kitty Pryde with the most egregious costume of all time. Everything. I mean, we got orange gloves with blue stars. Only thing that's missing is yellow clovers. She's got a yellow bodysuit, a lightning strike of blue going down here, purple domino. It's not even a domino mask. Don't even know what's happening with this mask. It's like a Beast Boy mask. Then we got a lavender belt with the yellow X buckle. Why does she have green shorts and then just like the jazzercise socks? The worst costume. Sorry, it's just the way it is, critical enjoyer. It's can't have it. Oh my god, blood when those costumes exist in the world. Critical enjoyer goes, let's get Jeff to 9,000 tonight. That would be pretty awesome. I haven't checked this week actually. Where are we? How close are we to 9,000? Oh wow. It's not that far away at all. It's 8,992. It is possible. Tell your friends, subscribe tonight. We can still do it. Wow. I didn't even realize we were that close. Can we get to 10,000 before December 31st? That's a new challenge. Let's see if we can make it happen. Thanks for the heads up, though. Appreciate it. David Thanos, what's up, man? What's up, fam? What's up with you, David Thanos? Oh, G Brew. Let's see. I got energy effects from can beams, some custom wired spidey webs, books, and more books, and 3 Jesse Wells LPs. What genre is Jesse Wells? David Thanos. Here's a theory, not Austin. AEW signs a boss fight to make figures. They just signed some good people. So, question for you, because oh my man, I have, as you might see in the background, my figure collection's getting a little bit out of control. I mean, especially if you watch, like, if you go back to some of the early videos, this background is like non-existent and it is filled up. And so I was relocating my AEW figures and I have like one of those spice rack deals on the big, display. And every time I would come down and see the display, the AEW figures had fallen, toppled over themselves. Some of those guys have really weak ankles and they just boo-doo-boo-doo-doo. And then others have really bad elbow joints, bicep joints. Like they're literally falling apart. Like the screw just won't stay in tight here in the elbow and it's just loose. Scaling, also a little bit of a problem on that line. John Moxley is like the giant compared to most of those figures. And I was like, man, I used to love this line because it was cool. I mean, they had issues, but it was fun to have a line of figures that could compare to the WWE Elite figures, and in a lot of cases, actually be better. And then I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. They've done some really good work, and I think in a lot of ways they made WWE. I mean, the Mattel team focus on making their figures better. We got the Ultimate Edition. I would definitely say it was influenced by the work that Jazzwares, including Magic, was doing on those figures. But the quality control, really dicey. I have a few more to open still, but I'm not looking forward to them as much as I was earlier. I did get the Sting, the Luminaries one. He's cool, and I really enjoyed that figure. But I'm curious, is there an audience for AEW action figures? And will they be able to have everything you need for wrestling figures? To me, you want to have highly articulated figures, more so than the standard elite figures. I get them now simply because some of those guys aren't going to get made in Ultimate Edition. But if it were my preference, if it was up to me, I'd pay that extra $10 to get the full, almost definitive look. I know there's some that have so many looks that they could just keep doing it, but if I get the butterfly shoulders, the floating torso, the double ab crunch, the neck that keeps going all the way up, I'd pay more for those. And, of course, they wouldn't be able to crank out as many. We wouldn't get 6 in a wave, but I would pay more to get those figures if we got more Ultimate Edition figures. Anyway, long-winded response to that. We'll see. I'm very curious to see what the old Jajo Classified series team is going to do with Boss Fight Studios. I kind of feel like maybe Eagle Force is something that they could do. I don't know who has a license to those. I know they're still making some Eagle Force figures, but if they could do that for them, maybe that's a good way for them to go with it. Cool. Just send me an email. Thank you. All right. So let's see here. Let me do that. Next week, I am supposedly going to go see Mandalorian and Grogu at a screening. Now, this is all really going to depend if I can actually make it to where it is. It's like in the heart of DC. So we'll see how that works out. That's my plan. We'll see if it actually comes to reality. And since Jibru kicked us off, let's go into what people have gotten. So let's start off with Maurice, since I have his pack wrap. We got E Honda going with a really cool figure. I don't have him yet, and I'm really looking forward to adding him to my Jada Toy Street Fighter shelf. But he's also got more. But wait, there's more. There's Ken, there's Ryu, there's Cammy, and Vega, M. Bison, and Guile. And from the DC Multiverse line, and I'm pretty sure you said these are all from Retro Robo, Professor Pig, Ice, Too Cold, the Flash JLA version, and the Joker. Where is the Joker? Those are nice figures, man. Very good haul. And let me check one more time because I think some other people did email me. And King Collector just sent this along to me as well. It's fun. I love getting these. So do not think that, I don't care about seeing these. I really enjoy seeing what people pick up over the course of a week. So you can still do that. I am still going through. And King Collector just sent along these. He got a pair of them. Very cool. The question is, how many Cobra guards do you need? I need a bunch, and they look really cool, and it's just a matter of how many will be enough for me in my collection. I'm gonna need, of course, more when I get all the other ones. And Loston sent along a photo for me. That's pretty cool. Of the soon to be in my clutches Bloodwind. Here is that photo. There you go. Oops. I cannot wait. Thank you so much, Lawson. This is awesome. That dude does not have the world's worst costume, and I can't wait to prominently display him. I guess I'm going to I turned right that time. Put him right up on that shelf with Infinity Inc. This is like a hodgepodge of characters. I don't know what I'm going to do because I need to rearrange and have more space for more of these multiverse figures. But gosh, McFarlane really did a great job of getting a variety of characters out there. He really could have given us some more, and I feel like he was so close. But we got more than we've gotten from some other companies, and that is truly impressive to me. And Future DC Warrior just sent along some other figures that he got, including the that's funny. There we go. Did get it. The giveaway lizard. Give it away now. That's cool. Always love seeing a happy, satisfied giveaway winner. Thank you for sending that along. Definitely appreciate that. And here is what the Brandon Ross Superman should look like, and the Melissa Benoist Supergirl. So thank you for sending those along too, my friend. Appreciate it. Because, it's funny. When I had the figure in hand, when I got to that Walmart display end cap, I was like, he's pretty cool. It's a nice looking figure. Excuse me. And then I was like, I didn't really like that movie. Even though I really liked him, and I loved that he got a second chance of being in the DC universe, the DC universe sandbox, thanks this time on Arrow. But yeah, I feel like I would have bought it. I'm making it worse than that. I would have picked up that figure if we got him in that Kingdom Come look from that Crisis crossover. And I was like, oh shoot, here he is. That was pretty cool. Definitely gonna grab that. Patrick P. What's up, Patrick? How are you tonight? David Thanos, I'm starring your answer. Robert, Infinite Realms. Hey, Jeff, how's it going? Good, Robert. How are you tonight, my man? Henry G. Hey, y'all. My man, my mellow Jeff. I can't be but so mellow here. I got to be hyped up for the big show. It's Thursday night. I can't go, hey, guys, how's it going tonight? No, it's not me. Figure Files crew. Hope everyone is having an exhilarating week. Absolutely. That's a good one. Oh, it's all good. I got it. Thank you, my friend. G-Brew. Ohio Toys R Us must have sucked since 2008, which is when I started going there regularly. As a kid, it was Goodwills, yard garage sales, Walmart, Kmart, Hills. We went to, oh boy, I'm not even going to try that one. I'm glad you were able to get some figures from somewhere else if your Toys R Us wasn't any good. Oh, David Thanos, love getting that slip of Toys R Us and taking it to the video game person. What a creepy, weird setup that was, wasn't it? It was like they're behind this wooden setup. They didn't even finish decorating it. Had the plexiglass and just all the video games in the back. It was so weird. Like, here's a slip. Stand by. Here you go. And it felt like such a big win when you got that. Like, yes, got it in hand. Exactly, Rick Cage. Bloodwind has a superb costume. Yeah, man, those video game tickets were fun. I don't know about you all, but if there was a game that I wanted and I didn't have the money, thank you y'all for the likes, appreciate it. I would take the ticket and just keep it with me. And when I would go back to the store, all right, I'm all set to get it. And I have no idea if that meant anything, but I was like, I'm holding this. It was like my quiet layaway. I was just taking the ticket home with me. David Thanos, Ultimate Edition, Cactus Jack is hitting my area. Bang, bang! It was funny. They had that really great Dungeon of Doom ECW version, and it's all gonna be for naught if I don't get a Raven from them. And I would love to get a Stevie Richards. I might be pushing and asking for Blue Mini, but would be upset getting them. I love the Pitbulls, Public Enemy, 2 Gold Scorpio. I've already got Sandman. I want a classic Tommy Dreamer. That's not going to happen, but he's one that I can cobble together a Tommy Dreamer. I just need to literally take the time. He's going to have to be Ultimate Edition, though, of course. I mean, he just needs the baggy pants. Maybe I'll go old school and give him the bicycle pants first. I'll have both versions. Jamelin, Bloodwind, Gangbuster, Guardian, Aztec. They are killing it. Who's next? Argus? Hey, man. There's still some more surprises. Actually, that reminds me. That's what's going on for McFarlane. They've got a big reveal tomorrow, which I guess is more Mortal Kombat figures. Sorry. Mortal Kombat figures. And I think it's going to be that Scorpion Ice clone and the Reptile Invisible version. It is like the easiest repaint for them, but whatever. But maybe they'll show us a few more DC figures, which would be pretty cool. I purposely didn't mention Black Condor. I don't get why they did him the way they did. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that either. But I think he can be fixed up, right? Like his figure is a little weirder. And I guess maybe they're fans of that comic book art where Wonder Woman and her team encountered the oh great. This is cool because we can see both versions. What is up with the orange wings? So it's kind of interesting because let's do 2 of these. I wish they had just like gone all the way and gave us a regular version with old school Black Condor, like the Golden Age version. That way I could be upset that we don't have any more of the Freedom Fighters. But let's pull that up. You don't need the details on this photo. You'll get the gist of it. But yeah, here it is. So here's Black Condor as he appeared in his first thrill-packed issue. And now I'm curious how many issues this one went. But check out the creative team on this, though. Brian Augustine, who co-wrote JLA Year One, a must-read if you haven't, and Rags Morales. I kind of feel like this is going to be a really good read. Now I'm curious. But here's what we got from McFarlane on that. And clearly, we've got the Hawkman wings. Let's put some use out of them. I guess they are kind of orange. I just thought that was weird, but they are mostly like that. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really need this. I don't see what that was with. I don't know. I mean, I don't hate that look, Jamelin. I mean, I'm shocked. We actually have a Black Condor figure, and I guess this is the only way they could really implement the wings. Now, of course, I want to get them and add them to the collection. Silly me. Michael Solis, it is indeed Figure Files time. Get your popcorn ready. Let's do the thing. Right. Ever see Guy Gardner Warrior? Trash outfit. That design was terrible. David Thanos. Lucky for me, Toys R Us and Best Buy were right across the street in my younger years. As I got older, I had to drive 30 minutes north or south to get to one. Yeah. I mean, Toys R Us were so prominent here in my area. Before they started closing them all down, they were probably about maybe like 12. that I could drive to. And, so like on my birthday, I would hit up like 2 or 3 just because there were so many. And all the stores, of course, would have different stuff. On Black Friday, Jason and I would go to one in Virginia. Then we go to that would be the late night one, or early morning, 3 o'clock or 5 a.m. Toys R Us one where we're sitting outside waiting for them to open up for Black Friday. And then in the afternoon, we go to another one in Maryland, and that was really fun. And Target is sort of kind of like that, but it's not quite the same thing. By the way, I did not show you all what I got this week. So, in the mail from Hasbro Pulse, this came in the Clones of the Republic Pack 5. They're really rolling with this thing. Commander Wolf, my guy Plo Koon, and I'm a sucker for Plo Koon. That's why I was like, I've got to get this figure. It was basically he's got a new hat because he's got these Clone War gauntlets. Commander Wolf looks very cool though. That arrived. I'll save my big win for later. I didn't get Blood Win, but I did find Martian Manhunter at GameStop. And I'm so glad as a member, I don't pay this $30 price. I just look at it and laugh. But he looks pretty cool, and I cannot wait to put him in place of that one. And then put that one on all backwards. Right around there, next to Ryan for my JLA. Then I have waited so long for Target to keep going down these clearance prices, and finally I snagged them. Oh God. Another piece of the Master Vice with the Jajo and Cobra Diver. Got this set for $17, and what was this originally? 54? It's crazy. I did not take advantage of so many clearance sales on the short fuse and Steeler pack, so there's my justification. And I have been waiting to get the Starscream and Scareglow set. I finally got them for $9.89, which is great because I thought I had messed up. I thought I kind of like, I might have been a little bit too cute here. Because when it started going down, what are they? It started off as $30. I took a little bit of a sale, went down to 23, and then it went down to 17. It stayed at 17 for a long time. And I was like, maybe I should, no. I'll wait it out at least till it gets a little bit closer to $10. And then my 2 closest targets were wiped out of them. And I was like, oh no, I have misplayed my hand. I am not going to get these figures. And I went to another Target today and then saw this display. Hopefully that will focus in. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. And it's not. Well, hopefully you can see He-Man and the British Bulldog and Bobby the Brain Heenan and Kurt. Don't call me Henning. Cool, Kurt. That was pretty cool. We got a super chat. Got to interrupt really fast. John Morrissey, thank you for the 616. I appreciate it, my guy. Jeff is the best there is at what he does. And what he does is very nice. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, man. It's talking about figures. It should be fun, right? So yeah, it was a good day to take advantage of some really great sales over at Target. I highly recommend, if you haven't been, check them out. You still may be able to get those. Both the He-Man Prime and Scareglow and Starscream might still be available. Those are the ones that are going by a lot faster. The WWE Legends still there, and they've been prominent at all the stores, which is kind of make me going, no need to rush. I know you want to build Mr. Bob Backlund. I know you want to get a Mr. Fuji, but really, you can wait. You can get 2 Mr. Fujis. You can get one and just keep them on the shelf permanently with the Demolition Kamala Sika face paint look. And then you can have a Fuji Vice version to hang out with Don the Rock Morocco. So I'm going to play the slow game. Of course, I'm going to have to get Michelle McCool at Target.com because she's not available in stores, which is so weird. Michael Solis, AI ruin search. I can never find anything on Google. It's gotten a lot more annoying now. Cosplay Sue Storm. Yeah, Rick Cage. Can't at least, I don't know, Jeff. I kind of enjoy that Sue costume. I know it was a 90s thing. I just think for like 99% of the Marvel women, okay. But for Sue, it's like, what's going on? I mean, the Malice costume was great for her as an alternate bad girl look. This one was just kind of like the let's just go everybody like this. Brian P. Guy Gardner Ward got in the basement. He did, man. It's terrible. Oh, gee, bro. I only remember going to Toys R Us once as a kid. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that, my man. It was an experience. Jeremy Claiborne. What's up, Jeremy? Sue was a baddie. It's Malice. See, we're right there with you. Yeah, the Malice look was cooler. Ray Paz, I'm starring yours. I will not forget though. Pack yeah. Kitty Pryde's Sprite era was not of the best. Not at all. Oh, Spear Cross. Has War Machine's alien armor been mentioned yet? No. And Spear Cross, what's up? How are you tonight? Yeah, he's had some terrible outfits as well. War Machine comic armor. Let's see if I put in B if that'll show up. Let's see. He's had some doozies. Oh, I'm going to assume you're talking. Well, I don't know, man. He has had some awful looks. I thought one was what you were talking about, but then I was like, oh no, this is the worst one. I'm going to just assume we're talking about this one. The Warwear, yeah, it was bad. Terrible. I mean, this was, I don't know. I think this might be the worst costume. This might be the winner, Spirit Cross. This is awful. I mean, what does that even convey with War Machine? It's got blades for no reason. This design is hideous. He looks more like a transformer than he does a superhero or somebody wearing a piece of armor, a suit, or even as an alien armor. That's really bad. Really, really bad. Thank you for mentioning that one. I don't know if I would call Big Bad Toy Store the prodigal son of Toys R Us. They didn't come back to Toys R Us. One. Two, I mean, I can't go to Big Bad Toy Store. Jalen, that is another horrible outfit. Ironically, when I just did my, hey, what's the worst comic book superheroes outfit? His popped up. I don't know what was it Mike Grell that came up with that outfit? Terrible. Or is it Cockrum who came up with that one? Either way, not great. Let me see here. I can just put in Dave Cockrum. Oh, Cosmic Boy. I bet that's going to be like, ooh, what a stinker. Oh boy, it's such a terrible, terrible look. Here it is. It's funny because Night Girl has a better outfit than this. I don't even understand the physics of his outfit. It makes no sense. It's like, what? Why would you do that? The pink looked cool for him. He was ahead of his time. He was like, I am comfortable rocking pink. Eventually, the rest of the dudes are going to catch on that pink's all right. Jibru, Kitty has only had like 4 good costumes. Mostly, she's got awful taste. I mean, nowadays, four costumes would be like winning this thing. Love her Shadow Cat outfit. That was sweet. That was that. It's so good. Why change to another outfit? I didn't mind her astonishing look. It did kind of feel like there was no originality to it. I mean, especially because Shadow Cat look with the flared sleeves, like the leotard look, blue flared out shoulders. It was cool. Shoulder pads. Justin, I bought nothing this week because nobody carried Chronicle Skeletor. How many places did you go to? Rick H. Toys R Us. I've got memories as a customer and as a team member. I'm sure the former was the better memories, right? Jesse Wells is folk. Nice. Spirit Cross. Kitty's sprite costume was purposely designed to be ridiculous because of her age and experience levels at the time. She didn't know what she was doing yet. Yeah, no, I totally. And it makes sense with her to just throw whatever together. But it has to be, I don't know, now the second worst costume because War Machine wins. Brian P. This week got discount X-Men 97 Morph, $18 at Walmart. Nice. Discount color mask of the Red Death, $15 at Walmart. And Lego 660, or what is this? What's the downtown reference? The dress for that one. Powerglide and Swerve should be arriving tomorrow. Should be. And Lawson, I'm starring your answer. David Anos. So Boss Fight does a great job with their Lucha Libre line. That is true. This should start with 4 per wave. Mix in 2 heavy hitters with 2 middle of the road talent. I forgot that's Boss Fight Studios. But would they want to switch over from like G.I. Joe to wrestling? I could see that. All from Rush Robo. Nice. Then Doom. Yes, that's right. I have yours. So let's pull those up. Cause you did send me yours. And Vin Doom got that Beast Kingdom Green Lantern, and I think he looks pretty solid. And you got that Martian Manhunter. Let me see here, because I think what I did was I had 2 photos of them. And let's see here. Yes. Let's go to that Hellboy that you also sent me. And Hellboy looks pretty good. McFarlane gets a lot of grief, but I think their figures that they crank out are more often. I mean, they're not the tippy top in terms of articulation and scale, but when we get a good figure like this one, it looks pretty good. And did you send me the Martian Manhunter photo? I got that one. Thank you, my friend. Autocorrect is the worst. I don't know. And it's like, how can you autocorrect something wrong? Like, that is inherently against what you're supposed to be doing. Yes. I hope Boss Fight will do 6-inch Eagle Force figures. Would be an instant hit. Yeah. Because that is an easy way to get classified series collectors to go, oh, okay, you got 6-inch Eagle Force. I remember Eagle Force, and that would be pretty fun to get them from them to battle alongside or against your G.I. Joe squad. Bloodwind's costume could be turned into a Space Ghost costume pretty easily. Speaking of Space Ghost, Space Ghost Volume 2, Issue 11 came out Wednesday. I just finished reading issue 10. I'm a little bit behind. The book is excellent. Like, no notes. It's a great read. Volume 2 has been just as good as Volume 1. If you've not read it, if you even have like a passing thought of maybe Space Ghost in a comic book that doesn't treat him like a joke could be interesting, read it. It's so good. So good. Rick Cage, I'm starring your answer as well. Robert, got Lady Bullseye in a trade. Blocky's Darth Vader, Scar, Son of Hulk on sale. Where'd you get them on sale? And Infinity War Outriders on sale. Nice. Did you see those last 2 at Ross? Justin, I'm 1 step away from collecting Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Maybe I'll get my first hot toy within the coming weeks. Nice. Maslin, it's okay. Ohioans sometimes have trouble with it and pronounce it Massillon. I can see that too. Rick Cage, I like that mellow fellow job. Hey, sir, you got my pickups email pick. There was a lot of picks in that one. Yes, I do. Let me go to yours. And here's Rick Cage photos. See, I'm on top of it. I had them ready. There is the extant figure, and I need to track him down because it's wild. Got so many of these. I got Monarch too, so may as well get extant. We got a lot of cool stuff here, including that LPZZ Destro, and he looks pretty cool. Gotta say, he looks pretty awesome up in there. How is his articulation? But let's not mention that Cowboys Transformer Star Blitz. He's guaranteed not to score. And then we got one more here. Lily. What line is Lily from? Of course, I cannot read it. She looks pretty cool. And of course, this is Katana. Nice. Do you have any of the Storm collectibles figures? And if so, could you take a photo of her with some of those? Because I feel like I gotta get her and Johnny Cage. So that might do it. Aren't Big Bad Workshop doing Eagle Force? They might be. Lawson. Bloodwind's costume is original and striking, unique and visually interesting. Everything a superhero costume should be. Yes. It's my first thought too. Yes. Big Barda is on the rumored leak list, so hopefully we will see her. What up, Olu? What's up, everyone? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you as well. David Thanos, forgot to finish the last comment. I got my Vampiro in not too long ago, and he's with Muda on Muda Shelf. Does he scale up pretty well with Muda? Please send me a photo because the whole deal with them in the ICP was kind of fun in the dying days of WCW. Jace, what's up, bro? Shot. I remember our Best Buy and Toys R Us runs back in the day. That was good times. Yes, it was. I mean, it was. Gosh, those were the days. Yeah, man, that was fun, and not just Best in Toys R Us. And I said Best Buy, but Best KB Toy Works, going down the hill from the Toys R Us down to where Children's Palace was, and then also Ames. It was like you couldn't get away from toy stores back in the day. Now it's just like, boo. Yes. Avert your eyes. Boo. I do have them, and I'm pretty happy with them. Toy Shiz pointed out there's a Tim Drake Red Robin with more appropriate wings. Oh, yeah, I could see that. That is weird. And yeah, and I misread yours as well. Best was awesome. They had a lot of Transformers back in the day too. With arms wide open. Creed, Black Condor. I joke because I love it. I love it. I said I love it. Sorry. Naked Gun flashback. Brian P. Speaking of the Toys R Us video game tickets in 2014, I had to go to a job site in Valdosta, Georgia. The Toys R Us there was the land that time forgot because they still had the video game ticket system. That's right. When did Toys R Us close down here? Was that 2015, 2016? Oh, Lawson. I love for McFarlane to give us a Phantom Lady and Uncle Sam. Man, I want the whole gang. I thought their team was so cool. And I remember being so mad when we had that dumb collector subscription deal. And it was like, what's the easiest figures we can crank out and still give y'all a monthly figure? We got Uncle Sam and Doll Man. I was like, yeah, this only works if we get the rest of them. I mean, I guess we have our man to hang out with him. Unfortunately, the DC Direct Phantom Lady works fine next to Uncle Sam, but we really needed a Black Condor. We needed a Ray. It was like, what are we doing here? That was a human bomb with removable glove, or at least separate hand accessory to boom. It's just so annoying. Christopher Dillon. Did you ever figure out the Superman Returns figure? Oh, I mean, I mentioned it right in the video. Someone did like the lamest paint job on that figure. On a different figure. I'm trying to think. It kind of looks like it was a different Superman, which was the most bizarre thing because it was like, why go through all this trouble? And I'm still trying to decipher what head they used outside of one they carefully crafted using a potato. So weird. It was the craziest. It's just so ridiculous. Jalen, El Dorado, Black Vulcan and Apache Chief would be a nice wave. It would, but no samurai though. Gotta get him. Great find. Thank you, my friend. I was pretty excited about it. Yes. But would you be Roddy as well? Blake, what? I was lucky to visit a Toys R Us in Japan last November, but I just stood in the Marvel aisle and looked at the executioner way for 5 minutes and retreated to the cool Japanese vintage robot store. Oh, that's cool. Man, there's another reason to go to Japan. That's fun. And I still need to go up to Canada before they lose their Toys R Us's. That's a lot closer. The Starscream actually looks dope. Man, I hope we get another wave of those figures. The whole thing with Target with me is like, it's going to be on clearance eventually. The only thing that I never see on clearance there are the G.I. Joes. And I just buy them when they have one of those, hey, spend $100, get $25 off. I don't mind paying a relative price. It's just WWE Legends and Motu stuff. I know they're going to put them on clearance and everything else and just get it when it's on sale. But yeah, it's a really cool figure. Who would be the next wave, though? I mean, let's see. Who would make the most sense? It'd have to be another hero and villain. Stratos. Could you make Jazz out of Stratos? And then who would be, yeah, I guess Stratos makes the most sense. Or Blue Streak if you want to play around with his colors. And then you got to do a Beastman. And then who would make sense for Beastman in that whole thing? I don't know. Let me know if you guys have a better suggestion on that. Blake, last week got the Marvel Legends Lizard from Retro Rebel Toys, which was my last shipment from the store. Great figure. I did see your photo, but I don't think you sent that along, right? Um, on that one, Christopher, it's only 4% of the stockholders who are pushing for that. So no worries about that, Shished. And Mattel is absolutely not going to be for sale, especially to Hasbro. They've got this Masters of the Universe movie that they're banking on working out pretty well. They've got Barbie, and in the Barbie world, they're just fine. They've got Hot Wheels. They don't need Hasbro. I mean, they might be in a position to buy Hasbro, not the other way around. What's up, Maurice? May the force be with you always. Morrissey indeed for the win. All about the villains. Yo. Lawson. I got the Rattler Ram Rats, Gold Hilder, and Zanyan Swamp Skier this week, and Bloodwind, of course. Nice. What was your favorite? And what do you think about those Rattler Ramp Rants? Ramp Rats. It's kind of interesting that they did not do the ketchup and mustard on the Joe version. And I've seen somebody on his tank did a really awesome job of just taking the parts and making them using, what was it, a Joe infantry trooper and a few other parts, more parts than I would thought was necessary. Because I would have thought that the basic, just the retro Joe soldier would have been enough. But he really put some creativity in it. And it worked just fine for ketchup and mustard. David Thanos. In my later years, I went to Toys R Us to get the McFarlane sports figures when they were less than $15. Oh, yeah. I got a bunch of those down too. Fagrat. The 90s had some questionable fashion choices. I say that having grown through the 80s too. The 90s are one where you can always tell when somebody's doing like a flashback time capsule kind of movie. Because like, look at how goofy they dressed in the 90s. I don't know. I thought the 80s had like a cool kind of uniform style, and the 90s was all about let's do the most ridiculous, colorful stuff. And yeah, I'm with you. I grew up through both time periods and was like, I look so cool. He did not. I wish he looked like Whiplash. They had their own set of questionable fashion choices. Henry, I assume you missed that Plo Koon 2-pack. Hope it goes back up. I never understand why they don't just have enough of their own exclusive stuff. Like, what is the point of having sellouts of stuff that you've got? Like, you don't have to distribute them anywhere. And we've seen this time and time or time after time. They have exclusives that sell out on their site. And then, oh, look here, if I go over to this website, they've got them. And let's see if I can do a nice quick case in point, or if they've already sold out and then I kind of lose my whole point. But I'm going to assume that won't be the case. Let's see here. Ugh. Well, I know they do. Let's go to Big Bad. And Darth Vader. I feel like it's been too long since I watched Revenge of the Sith. And after watching Mandalorian Grogu, I'll be like, yes, let's do it. Yes, here we go. Remember this set that was sold out at Hasbro Pulse and they had to put them back in stock? How does it end up on Big Bad Toy Store if it's sold out? Man, you may end up having to pay more for it, Henry, but you probably will be able to get them again. Bro, how did they get away with making that flesh color costume? Because everything in the 90s is all about bad girls. Talking about the bad girls. And yeah. Robbie, everyone complaining about Kitty's terrible costumes. How many awful costumes did Wasp have? She changed outfits more time than I changed underwear. Yeah. But I guess that was part of the charm because it was just like, who cares? I'm wearing a different outfit. This one's not even going to have two legs. or two pant legs. Her shadow cat look was what I considered Ninja Light, which did make sense given her experience with Oakland. Yeah, Pack Rat. This is my favorite look for her. Future Warrior. Yeah, absolutely. That was great. I love that. The that issue specifically was awesome. I didn't see them. No, that was I did read. I read all that. It was very good. Critical enjoyer. Sue was influenced by Malice at the time. Plus, it gave us some primo cosplay. And in the name of great cosplay, rocking that outfit, I'll allow it. Maurice, I'm starring your comment because I will get to it soon. Downtown. It's not the name of that SWV song. It's the name of the Lego set in 60. So I'm trying to read it properly, but it's like 6,380 is the number of that set. Just have to decide if I really want to adhere all those stupid stickers. I'm a lot of stickers on that one. Michael Solis. When Todd likes a figure, it will be amazing when he doesn't care. It will be amazing. When he doesn't care, he phones it in. I am so guilty of this too. It's like we think Todd is the only person working on these figures. It's hilarious. I wonder, like he probably is not like, oh, make that that'd be cool. Let's add some stuff there. I wonder what the approval process is, but I know he's not in charge of every figure that's going on out there. What's up, Anthony Rogers? Good man. How are you tonight? G Bruce says Kitty's best costume. Shadow Cat. X-Men Excalibur, 2 Red Queen, 3 from the Ashes, 4 Astonishing, and all new, honorable mention. Weird spacesuit from the Utopia era. I don't remember that look. Excuse me, Justin Huber. I think Hasbro's doing great right now, at least for Star Wars, Transformers, and G.I. Joe, but it's a hit or miss with Marvel, in my opinion. That's all we got. I think them wanting to focus on Mattel is coming for them. I think next year when we see what they're doing with DC, when they've got DC, they've got Masters of the Universe, and they got WWE, I think then charge me on. But really, they already have the WWE license, and I'm pretty sure that's the top selling action figure line right now. So yeah, Mattel is already in number one slot, even though for us we think nah, Hasbro's got it. Not quite. Hopefully your daughter will go to bed with no problem tonight, Anthony. Motu Chronicles is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm still waiting to see the render, by the way. Wait till Mattel releases DC Collector line. Easy reader. Going to Toys R Us when I was a kid was like going to an amusement park. So exciting. Man, I never got out of that phase. I always loved going in there. All about the villains. Very nice. Very evil. I can't wait to see what they do with their downhousing like 8,000 figures that are en route. That first one, everyone's going to be very excited about. Very excited. Very hyped. And then they're going to be very tired. Very over it. And I wonder if he will still be as over by the time the figure comes out. Hopefully they can put a rush job on that one. Plus, Mattel offers much smoother articulation. I'm looking forward. I gotta talk to my guy Retro Robo about those Motu figures. But yeah, man. If McFarlane can drop one more Bane, I missed that. There, he's supposed to be on the leak list and a 2-pack. No, he's just a mega fig. Him and Doomsday, they're supposed to get their own separate releases. So again, with the fingers crossed, we can get them too. Because I definitely, I'm hoping to have some like plastic tier stands so we can have Doomsday, and I can show you Bane over there too. Maybe with a Batman over about to crush the back. Justin, I love my Maximum Spidey, but I need a classic Spider-Man look with the bendy toes. Toes. King Collector. I still have my DCUC Samurai, Eldorado, and Black Vulcan. And Black Vulcan is the one I don't have. I have Samurai. I think what happened, I was like, no, I have Black Lightning. I don't need Vulcan. Now, of course, I'm like, I need to get that classics Vulcan. Roboto Soundwave. Oh, that's right there. You're absolutely right, Blake. Omega 8851. Hey, how are you? Or anything. Yeah, right. Anything Soundwave. I guess I could do Thundercracker. But yeah, we definitely no, not Thundercracker. Who's blue? Who's a blue villain? Web store? Yeah, I guess so. Omega, I got a Cammy figure from Jada. Nice. What do you think about her? And I got a Batman figure from Select Sculpt, gray and black. Select Sculpt. Which one? Which line is that, by the way? What's up, Nathan? I'm so hyped for the movie. I'm collecting both scales and figures for Motu. Yeah, man, it's kind of fun, that anticipation for it, and the figures look so good. It's like, please be good, movie. Oh, you do have most of them. Sweet. Please send me a photo of what the McFarlane ones look like with them, because I feel like I'm gonna have to kind of get some, just fill in the gaps. King Elector. Whenever people start talking about how back in the day stores like Toys R Us, yes, I always started thinking about how great Hills was. Till this day, there hasn't been a store like Hills. I wish I could have experienced Hills, but yeah, everyone who talks about them, who went there, said they were great. Lawson. Rattler ramp rats are not at all necessary figures to get, but are cool accessories to have if you're a completist like me. You're on a tight figure budget, they'd be perfect skip candidates. And I did that. David Thanos. Manny Faces. Soundwave and Teal. Well, Manny Faces, yeah. But will we mix him up for a villain? And Tila, RC. I was thinking that with our. Oh, you're right, because they're doing Motu molds. So yeah, she could just rock some RC. Yeah, I mean, well, shoot. What about Evelyn and Soundwave and Tila RC? There we go. Got the problems all fixed up because Evelyn's mostly rock and blue. There you go. Thank you. CS, the director. What's going on? I collect, oops, because I like it. I'm starring yours because I did not want to forget to do this later, but I started. David Thanos, Stratos, Swoop. That makes too much sense. Lawson, of all the figures I've recently gotten, the best one has been Gold Hilder. Nice. That's high praise. Thrust, fire up! All this Motu Classics talk reminded me I got the Super 7 Deluxe Translucent Jaga within the last week. Got mostly third-party Transformers this week, including a fans toy Galvatron. Secondhand, but nice price. How much was it? And did it cost you? Everything. Hard act to follow. What's up? Hey, Jeff. Beyond Big Barda. What other figures did you want McFarlane to tackle before calling it quits? I'm not going to call it quits before they do. Same ones that I always say. I really want to see a classic Hawkman and Hawkgirl that can fit in with my Justice League. I want a which version? I want a Hawkman that I can put with my Justice Society. And I guess if I had to choose between the modern 90s version or the classic 1940s style, I would go with the 40s version because we have most of that lineup of the founding members and we really just need their long-term leader. So, yeah. Green Arrow and the Neil Adams style and hopefully Teen Titans. A lot of those figures are on rumored leak lists, so we'll see. Still got a little bit more than 6 months to go, so they could knock out all these wish lists for me. The Sprite outfit that Kitty Pryde had for like a minute was created by a young fan, I believe. It wasn't good, but if you blinked, you would have missed it. Yeah, it's not terrible, Austin. It's just like a goofy costume for a kid. Makes perfect sense. King Collector. I had Zanny in my big bad toy store pile loot, but I canceled her. I just don't feel anything for her. I didn't pay $60 for characters like her. I think if they had scaled her shorter, then she would have been an immediate buy for me. But the fact that she's the same height as Zorana, kind of, I was like, no, thank you. And I'm probably not going to have her be Zartan's daughter anyway. Probably put that hockey mask on her and just leave her like that. So eventually I will. It's another one of those deals where I think I can wait for a sale somewhere. We'll see. Hey, Blake, I like it. Let's write it down. I'm running out of space somewhere. Let's write it down. That's a great idea. But let's see here. This version of costume. Of course, I tend to think the 80s versions. Yeah, I should go. What's the best version that's not the 70s, 80s look? Oh, you know he would have some great opinions on that one. All about the villains. That first Danhausen figure is gonna be like absolute Batman #1 and number 21. They stay solid. What would I like to see McFarlane do in more of the Vault series redos? A Lightning Lad, classic style, so I can add into my collection. Since these are straight up redos, I don't know. I don't think there's a character that I want as I'm scanning, looking behind me, that I don't have from McFarlane's line that I do want. Oh yeah, Plastic Man. He's like the only one though. Oh, and but see, I would need the Build-A-Figure part for it. I need the Owlman to go with my Crime Syndicate. That way I can finish Starro because he's like 3 points as opposed to 4. Omega, do I remember the DC Superheroes line? Yeah, absolutely. Still have a bunch of those figures. Boston. Hills is my stores for figures. I wonder if, well, I guess they probably wouldn't have anybody having a video walkthrough of a Hills store, would they? What's up, Method? Long time no see. I'm actually home for once instead of running errands after work to join the chat. Instead of just listening on my phone. Jeff, I sent you some pics in an email just now. Thanks. Let me go check those out real quick. And come on through messages. There we go. Some display shelves. Sweet. Oh, Method, I'm so sorry to hear that. 5th anniversary of your mom's passing this next week. It's lousy timing for that with everybody doing their Happy Mother's Day. So, thinking about you, my friend, and I'm sure that is still rough. And glad you were able to find some cool stuff to take your mind off of it. These look fun. And where did I put them to show everybody else? Let's see. I would assume. Yep. Nope. Maybe they just magically came into my picture folder. Let me try that one more time. Let's see. Oh, now I think I found them. Yes. Cool. Here is the shelf displays that Method just posted or sent along to me. And that's a long comment. So let me do this so y'all can see it. Love that Ahsoka. That's pretty fun. Very cool. That's a nice, clean display of Star Wars figures. Like you can see what's going on, the time period they're supposed to represent, which is great. I keep running into this issue of what am I doing with all of these Star Wars figures? The shelf space is getting a little bit wild. And right now I have enough space for all the movies, the TV shows, but it's about to get real dicey. Very nice. Fun setup. How many shells did you get on there? That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. And then there was another one that you sent along as well. You are right here. I like this one too. These are fun. All my Ninja Turtle fans are gonna like that. That's pretty nice. Just cool stuff. These wall shelves, they're so much fun and make it so easy to just show off some cool stuff. Here's mine. I went to Burlington trying to find another one. No go. But we'll see where that goes. They did. And I had a whole bunch of those, Omega. No, I'm not kissing Black Series too fast. Blaze Star, what's up? I'm starring your comment. Man, me too. That's what I want to see. Properly scaled. And I feel like I need to say that, but that's what I want to see. Metalman would be cool. Select Sculpt was an old Mattel DC line before DCUC. Had Superman, Batman, Clayface, Mr. Freeze, etc. And they had that awesome all-black suit Batman. Oh, yes. Okay, that's what it was from. Thank you. But all of the bad costume talk tonight, and I'm shocked that no one mentioned Marvel's fascination with everyone having a bomber jacket in the 90s after Rogue at one point. Oh, I mean, kind of Rogue and Cyclops. They were both kind of rocking them. And he would take his off. Rogue just kept hers on. But yeah, when it got to the Avengers, that's when it was really fun. They should do Man at Arms and Brawn mashup. Oh, wait, never mind. Retro Robo. Looks like Bullseye and Muse are on the way. Nice. DJ Jedi. What's up, Lost Figure Files crew? What's up, DJ? How are the ones and twos? Do I think those rival figures fit in? They have not shown them next to Legends. I would assume so though. I translated. Sure, I have a guilty pleasure, Black Knight and Cersei rocking that look back in the day, but oof. I still need my 2-pack to have Hercules, and Crystal so I can complete that team. And then I gotta get made to order or deluxe version of Giant Man rocking that similar style look too, so I can really have that team complete. Justin, I was gonna say Hasbro focusing on games of mistake, but then again, they keep getting canned. What games? Jalen, is there a license that you want McFarlane to pick up? What do you think they could excel at? Well, I can't really show you all of them, but they're doing it, I think and hope, with the Ghost Machine books. So, Red Coat, I was trying to show you the Ghost Machine logo, but I'm not holding it properly in my hands to actually bring it up. All those characters. And let's see if this trade actually shows like more pictures of all those characters. Because this is a decent one. We know they're doing Geiger, Junkyard Joe, and Redcoat. I think, they've already announced they're doing Geiger. If they just go in with the Ghost Machine line, they've got a ton of figures, great designs that they could pull in all kinds of great detail, and that's where they excel. Not necessarily needing the most articulation, and 22 points that we get from this line would be fine. So as long as they keep that model, I think it's not DC, it's not Marvel, but I think if they just did a great job with those figures, like I'm very sure they're capable of doing, I think they'll find a steady audience with those. Maybe we should do a Lost Figure Files episode discussing figure display ideas. That could be fun too. Yes. How are you displaying your figures? How are you displaying? Thank you guys. I do appreciate these suggestions because there's a point where it's like, I don't know what I'm talking about tonight. So thank you. Now that's a collection. Oh, sweet. I'm trying to remember. What's that song called? Take It? It's really cool. And then when Raven was out with them for a second too. Good stuff. Oh. It's like my email refresh took a second to get there. Huh. It didn't come through. I have to check it again. That was weird. Oh, gather up some action figure display photos for such an episode. All right, that sounds fun. I like that idea too. So, if you want to participate in this, let's do this. Hit me up and put on your subject action figure display episode. And yeah, that'll be really cool. Let's do that thing. Fun idea. What I think of these new McFarlane Image Comics figures coming out, they look great. Hate the price. $60 is a whole lot of money. And you could see, I don't know if I want to say you could see it. It was a little bit more understandable with that Spawn with the capes, the chains, Shadowhawk. Yes, Shadowhawk having that same price point. No, yes, he's got a different head sculpt with where we can actually see his face, but nah, I need a little bit more on that from him. Lawson, come on, Jeffrey. You know you want Dick Grayson's Robin to be bigger than Cyborg. You got me. Also, Cersei and Black Knight rocked those leather jackets. They did. And Crystal too. Black Knight with the lightsaber. Nah. Loading snacks. What's up, fam? I'm looking into putting up slat walls so I can 3D print shells for figure displays. Lego mostly. Dude, let me know how that works out because I might need to hit you up for those because as you can see, it's just all chaos here. And the figure room is more chaotic. And make sure everybody to check out the gang fam over Loading Snacks. They are so awesome and do all kinds of fun stuff. A lot of stuff that you would see over here. And just pull them up on the tube so y'all can see them. And there we go. do me a favor, and if you do so, hit him up. Tell him Jeffrey Lyles over Lyles Figure Files or Movie Files sent you. So go on, check them out. They absolutely rock. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. And yes, space is a massive issue in terms of Star Wars. I don't know what I'm gonna do once I fill that thing up. Yeah, and I really love that Black Series TIE Fighter. I wish they scaled it down to a little bit smaller because it's just like on a shelf all to itself. I'm glad I got that one, but it's like I could not have gotten two. TJ Jedi, Recon Acquisitions, Bloodwind, nice. Studio Series 86 Power Glide and Megatron. Oh, that reminds me. I saw something else. Target today. This guy. Megatron. Optimus. Forgive me. You need to be forgiven. Getting that shiv stuck in Optimus's torso. Hot Rod. It actually comes with that, which is pretty fun. But yeah, nice. What did you think of Power Glide? I don't know if I've seen him. Olu, figure display ideas would be cool. Yes, I think we could all use that, right? Spear Cross. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who's doing a Ghost Machine line? You know about Ghost Machine? It's awesome. McFarlane. Let me see here if I can pull up their one teaser image because we haven't seen anything else from him yet. And I don't know if it's a full-on line, but they did show us. Let's do this one. Here. Great. It's supposed to be this year, so it's always like when I go on to Twitter for something like what's happening in the world on Twitter. So yes. Oh, they do say Ghost Machine. So yeah. I would imagine we will see a whole lot more at Comic-Con. And I really hope they just embrace doing all of it because I don't want to just see Geiger. I want to see Nate the Nuclear Knight. I want to see Barney. I want to see Zigzag. I want to see Redcoat. I want to see Rook Eternal or Rook Exodus figures. I want to see Halo and Hornsby, High Street. There's so much stuff. And they would make for really great looking figures, especially Rook Exodus. So, I mean, the mega figs are right there for him to do cool stuff. King Elector, I do hope McFarlane makes a class suit Vixen before the license ends. He'll probably bring back Witchblade and Darkness soon. I need an updated version of them. You can see that. Yeah, we need a Vixen. It was so weird that we never got her from DC Classics from Mattel. There were some characters who were like, why are you not doing these characters? She was definitely one of them. Lawson, McFarlane Toys takes too many liberties, so they wouldn't be suited for many of the lines I want to see. I mean, I can't imagine them getting details wrong on Universal Monsters. Ooh, I don't know. Brian B. Oh man, now I got to bring my A game with these displays. Yes, please, let's do the thing. Zion, I would love to see Todd tackle those Metal Gear Solid figures again with his modern sculpting and engineering. A lot of those need updates. Other than that, I'd love for him to do Soul Calibur. That would be cool too. Dawson. Dracula being bigger than Frankenstein's monster wouldn't fly with that fan base, for instance. Absolutely not. King Collector, yeah, those image figure prices are ridiculous, but I think I would pay. Yeah. Spear Cross. McFarlane relaunching GoBots in 2027 is on my bingo card. That'd be fun. I always felt like GoBots get a bad rap. That was a fun cartoon. The figures were cool. It's just like, whoop. Here comes Transformers. Stealing all their thunder. Henry G, I've said it before. Those 90s bomber jackets in Marvel are a guilty pleasure of mine. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I feel like that is if that's the most egregious thing from that time period, I'll take it. Because there's some other designs like Sue Storm that don't age so well. But the bomber jackets are fun. And they help kind of unify teams, like with the Avengers. I really like that. Josh, hey, Jeffrey. Big fan, man. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Are you looking forward to Mattel DC IP Takeover? I was about to say I am. Yes and no. I would like McFarlane to get. Maybe I really need to do a top 50 for McFarlane. I feel like I could really narrow it down now that we've gotten so many essential characters, I think I could do 50. I should write that one down too. Ugh, McFarlane 50. All right. But yeah, I think Mattel will do a great job. My only my only slight hesitation is how are they going to decide on what looks? Because DC is in like the midst of another universe changeover with stuff with the designs. Who are they trying to reach? Like, is their target audience the people who are reading right now? Because if so, their first line should be the absolute characters. Um, or is it you old fogies, myself included, who want their figures in their classic looks? But I think classic can extend from the 70s to the 90s, maybe not as much as the 2000s. And starting from scratch is going to be pretty interesting. I think if they release the figures the same quality as these Motu Chronicle ones, I don't think there's going to be a lot of complaints. I do, and this is absolutely an episode I'm going to do later, but there's some things they need to make sure they do when they release this line. I don't think, based off of what we saw earlier, those core figures they showed, it's going to be this huge mountain for them. Hopefully, they settle on comic book looks as opposed to this is a good enough generic one. I mean, that's the benefit and beauty of DC and Marvel. There's so many iterations like Superman. His costume is simple, but do you want a Kurt Swan Superman? Do you want a John Byrne? Do you want a Gary Frank version? There's so many different looks just off the same costume that you could crank out different versions of Superman. And here's another Superman for your shelf. It just so happens to look like George Perez. So I think that would be a really good approach where people who might have already gotten the early Superman will go, well, I definitely want the George Perez version. And you made a Kevin Maguire Superman? Sign me up. So I think I want an Ivan Reyes version too. So it's a whole video. I'm gonna do it soon. But yeah, I am looking forward to it. I'm just hoping they kind of focus a little bit more on comic book looks. DJ Jedi. Currently eyeing that McFarlane. Why is it 932 already? Good grief. Currently eyeing that McFarlane Shadowhawk. It's definitely an upgrade from Comic Book Heroes version, but I'm really struggling to justify this $60 price point. It is a lot. It's a whole lot. Thrust fire up. It's not a matter of me filling up a display with figures. I filled up storage bins. Just got to set those up too. And I like Jada for the record. I think that Jada's done a great job with their figures, Lawson. 90s bomber jackets were key, Olu. You know it. Brent Graham, what's up, Brent? Happy weekend, Jeff. Great show. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Yo, you had 5 of those Force Awakens TIE Fighters? Wow. How did you store them? No, those young blood figures are too much. Those are too much. Too much. Yeah, I can't even serve too many people on those. Actually, she still does. I believe it's in July, G-Brew. Right, we still need those, Boston. The Jada, Fred, and Barney. That way I can go Betty and Wilma. Need those. Jamlin Rook would make for a great toy line. I mean, it's just so much right there with that one. They did do a Vixen figure. I know you're shrugging. She doesn't really fit in properly with the rest of the figures, but that one is a nice one. Oh, absolutely. The Ghost Machine full line would be a win for Todd. Yeah, I mean, I think if he needs anything to pivot, that's the best one because it's a comic book line. I think it's got a lot of momentum with people buying the comics in the stores. But yeah, those figures be awesome. Excuse me. McFarlane on Metal Gear Solid figures might be in McFarlane's wheelhouse. I think so too, Lawson. Harry G, Just got Elite Collection Coco Beware. Since this is first, it's his first figure. And I want to get that one. Watching, like I've said, I'm sure you all are tired of me saying this. 1987, it was a long year. A lot of really good stuff. I feel like his Ghostbuster, Brainbuster is the low key most dangerous move I watch him do perfectly every time. He just puts the dude down, and he's not tall. And she's like, man, his combination, his final moves are like some of the best of anyone during this era. His missile drop kick always smacks him in the face, and his Ghostbuster Brainbuster is insane. It is crazy watching him do that. They have been slipping out some go bys characters. Me too. I wish we would get a full leader one, Scooter, Turbo, Psycho. Oh man, they're fun. Oh, it absolutely is the first one we got for him. And there's so many other ones of Coco we can get. The high energy look, the non-hair color version. They wanted to go nuts. They could do a PYT version. That's when he was rocking the Michael Jackson thing, complete with the glove. Lawson, I'd love to see Jada go all in on doing classic cartoon characters like Warner Brothers and Hanna-Barbera. I'd probably buy them all. Same. Harry G, since McFarlane's been giving us a lot of classic looks, I'd be excited if Mattel gave us some absolute looks early on. I feel like they will. I guess the real question is the staying power of that look. I mean, I guess they're working on them to come out next year. I don't know. There's a lot of competition for those absolute figures, though. That's the thing. I'll be very curious to see how that gets implemented. They should do absolute figures with those other ones. They got a big crossover coming up next year. So, our big event, not crossover. Zion, if anyone does Devil May Cry, I'd love to see Storm Collectibles do them. Sure, it'll be pricey, but they wouldn't shortchange us on accessories. They would not. And they would be awesome. Anthony, I've seen the Shout Out Hawk figure. I don't know. Yeah, he was. It was a big revelation in was it issue 2 or 3? So I definitely want to cop him at some point for my Black superhero villains across comic collection. Yeah, it's a really fun book. Those early image books, varying levels of quality, but they were all pretty solid. I enjoyed them. Oh man, Jade, if they would do Space Ghost, yes, dude. Bomber jacket, giant shoulder pads, pockets. The pockets and the giant shoulder pads, yeah, I definitely prefer the bomber jackets. A Noctera, oh dude, yeah, absolutely. That was a really fun book as well. Snake Eyes, I would love to see both Jade and Storm do Devil May Cry figures because I want both the games and the anime. You want both the games? Oh, let's see here. I'm trying to catch up to the chat. Y'all are going much. Oh wow, I'm not that far behind. I thought it was. Okay, Harry G. I've noticed since I've been collecting imports for so long, I don't get too crazy about prices, or maybe that's because I'm crazy. She might be right. I think she might be, but I think we're all collectively a little bit crazy on this. It's all good. Jibru, I want Absolute Wonder Woman as Zatanna the most. I think I prefer the Absolute Zatanna design to the classic Earth One design. It's cool. Jamlin, Jeff, I want to yes and Blake's suggestion. I suggested something similar a while back. I think you could multiple best and worst version episodes. Break them up into characters or teams. Let me see here. Let's see. Best and worst for teams. That could work. Stretch this sucker out for a minute. Cool. Thank you. Some single characters have had so many different looks. They have, like Wasp for sure. DJ Jedi, 6 years into the DC line. Todd still has yet to release any comic book based black women. If we could at least get Vixen, Rocket, Nubia, Sojourner, Natasha Irons, even Amanda Waller would be a good look. The wild thing is you could like say that so fast and have so I mean, like you basically covered them all. I think Bumblebee was the only one you forgot. Um, it's just it's like the oh boy, yeah. On this list, I would love to see Vixen and Rocket. Probably the most. Natasha really, I really struggle with her as a character simply because she's just Steel too, and I would like her a lot more. If she did something different than Steel. She's just like Supergirl to Superman to me. David Thanos, we do need an Ultimate Coco in the Coliseum collection. Yeah, I'd be all on that. I would be all about that. And Vixen would be awesome. Yeah, she's the one. I'm trying to think of the two molds that he would use, Wonder Woman or Catwoman. Which one makes most sense for Vixen? Hopefully he'll go with the Catwoman mold so she's not taller than everyone else. Hard act to follow. Definitely need a Thundar series of figures. That would be a pretty quick line to wrap up, too, right? Oh man, we just got a huge super chat. Thank you so much, Solo Center, for the $25 super chat. I just want to say I like your vibe, man. Nice and chill and wholesome contributions to this hobby. Glad you're so into G.I. Joe, so your content comes up often for me. Keep on keeping on, man. Thank you so much. The world is crazy, and action figure collecting does not need to be. So I appreciate that, and I will keep on keeping on. And hopefully keeping on a lot longer. So thank you. Appreciate that so much. Let's see, where did I go? Green Lantern, Rick Cage. Things are worth what people pay for them. My idea about premium prices on figures like Shadowhawk is they're rare. Unlike buying only 90, 11, umpteenth Logan's, Spidey's, Batman's, etc., buy $60 once. This is true. He's probably not going to have like 80 versions of Shadowhawk. I will get him. I'm going to get that Spawn. I like the idea. I think it's a fun one. And I just wish he would charge more. I mean, even if they were $40, I like, hey, here, take my money. She's like 60 is a little bit much. The Coliseum collection figures are so much fun. Oh yeah, man. The foil and boss. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, man. The gimmicks back in the 90s were fun. Justin. When Mattel does Batman, I'm hoping we get the black on blue cow. So Mattel with their WWE line, they've dabbled in chases. No, actually, they're chases, but they're not like impossible to find. I would love to see them do that with these figures, like Batman being a perfect example of that, where the base version is just the blue, but then the chase, and I mean chase in the sense that every case has at least one. Um, that we get that black shading, not just on the cowl, but also on the tights. I'm pretty sure the boots and gloves don't really need it, but yeah, I think that would be a great idea. Oh, you forgot to hit send. Okay, cool. That's what happened. Yeah, there we go. Thanks. Oh, nice. That does work because he was taller than Muda. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, that's perfect. He's like Ultimate Edition scale. Oh, man, that is very exciting. Oh, let's see. Where did the new one go? No. So getting more. This is, there we go. This is, oh man, I love your setup with the Coliseum collection figures there. That's nice. Very cool. Man, he fits right in. You didn't even have to customize anything. That's perfect. Now I've got to track this figure down. Or is he still readily, easily available? That is really exciting. Thank you. You see, I'm the kind of collector. I'm the kind of guy that would love Wasp. Love to get a Wasp 5-pack with the same head sculpts, just different costumes. I'd be into it. Same head sculpts, but I wouldn't mind getting different hair sculpts for it too, though. That would be awesome. I would be down for that as well. Vixen and Nubia would be awesome. Sadly, Todd has some daft views. Oh, is it late? He's done some more. I mean, I would say he's doubled and tripled on his female figure output, but it kind of has. We're starting to get more. I hate when typos are on the punch. Like, me too. Especially when it's like, that was a good one. It's like, oh no. It's even worse when you tweet it because it's like, no. Yeah, absolutely. Zatanna has a very cool look. Solo center for the win. Big win too, right? I appreciate that, Henry G. Thank you. Would love a Kamala and Coco Coliseum Ultimates. That'd be fun. Who would you package Kamala with? We already got a George Animal Steel. Maybe JYD because they fought. Maybe lost it. My favorite 90s comics were gold foil embossed with gatefold wraparounds that had die cuts revealing hologram images. You know, the kind of comic poly bag with a trading card. Yeah, man. They did all kinds of wild stuff with them, but they were fun. Jalen, I wonder if the image founders agreed on a large licensing price. The extreme figures that Loose Collector does are a bit pricey too, but then again, his figures usually are. I wonder. See, I'm also wondering on that end if it's like, wouldn't it make more sense to make it at a reasonable, a lower price point? Because there are going to be some people who are like, nope, not paying $60, but there might be a whole lot more that would go, absolutely, I'm buying this for $30. No, I feel like that might work out better. Roger Robo, I'm supporting all McFarlane's founders figures because I really want to have a modern version of Wildcats on my shelf one day. Might take a long time to get them, but yeah, that would be great. Oh, yes. Wildcats is owned by DC now. Jim Lee took him to DC with him. Yep. Austin, I am so upset with that. So upset with that bronze tiger we got. Because it's like, no, we're running out of time. We can't have a mistake like that. Maybe we can get bronze tiger in a 2-pack with Captain Boomerang in his classic look. Maybe. Rick Cage, you did get that. Nice. Shout out to you. Oops, wait, where do we go? Oh, there we go. Okay. Zombie and stuff. Hey, Jeff and the Figure Pal crew, what's up? No spoilers, but anyone that loves Mortal Kombat, I suggest you watch it in theaters. It was fire. Yeah, man, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed that one. I'm hoping I enjoy Street Fighter just as much. If so, we'll be eating well. Figure or fighting game fans going to the movies. Reminds me, I still need to get that Shao Kahn helmet. Future DC Warrior. Cool. Jeff, do you remember your first McFarlane figure? My first one is probably, gosh, what was my first one? It was gonna be Hicks from the Alien line. Um, gosh. Oh no, I don't remember. It was like a random figure, but I wanted it so I could have like someone from my Marvel Legend figures to fight, but I don't remember. Like on my first one of these, it's the, do I even have that Superman still here? Yeah, he's right in that little crevice there, which you can't see. It's the Action Comics, the very first Superman they got in the multiverse line. I don't have my first Batman, but I do still have them. But yeah, they were good. I think McFarlane prefers the prestige of the founders line rather than accessibility. You might be right on that one, Henry G. Oh man, release death from the same. Well, then you're opening up a whole other can of worms. Milestones. Do the new Mortal Kombat figures work with the Mortal Kombat 11 figures? I think so. I think they're the same molds. The Image Comic Bad Rock figure will probably be $90. Either way, if they're pumping the figures out and don't take years to finish, King Collector, you might be right. But maybe they probably put them in a 2-pack with another one. So maybe we could do that. You're right. You're right. Huh. I wonder if they could get away with making figures if they don't have to pay them. Good point though. Todd Toys Spawn. Nice. Now we got another idea for another episode. There's so much stuff that y'all are coming up with tonight. First figure. Great. This is fun. Vin Doom, Mortal Kombat 2 was cool. My Shao Kahn popcorn bucket is cool. It really is cool. Rick Cage, I enjoyed Mortal Kombat 2 so well. I need a sequel in the classic Ancient Odyssey Underworld style trope. Yes. Snake Eyes is all good. I'm glad to see you like Mortal Kombat 2. DJ Jedi. I've seen a lot of doubts expressed, but after seeing the new Motu movie figures, I'm now highly optimistic about Mattel's upcoming DC collector line. Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. Now, Hard Active Files, you want to see Giganta as a mega fig? She probably still won't be tall enough. There you go. Bad Rock Control. All about the villains. Mortal Kombat 2 was epic. I literally just watched a few hours ago. How was it theater? Were still a lot of people there? Henry G. I want to see Mortal Kombat 2, but I haven't seen the first one. Hopefully this weekend. That's on HBO Max if you haven't seen it and want to catch up on it. Kano stole the show. I don't know. Kind of like Johnny Cage. All right. When did this time go away? 9 minutes till 10 o'clock. So, in the wake of Lenny and Tony leaving the classified series team, saw a whole bunch of comments. Great. I'm almost done with G.I. Joe anyway. I'm about to stop collecting. And Marvel Legend fans, oh, I'm so tired of this. The Marvel rival figure sold out right away. This is so frustrating. I'm almost done. All I need are insert 5 characters' names and I'll be done. I want to know what's keeping you collecting. For me, I don't see an end. I mean, of course, physical, financial things that I can't predict would stop it. But outside of that, if I've got a regular paycheck coming in, I can still drive and go to the stores. I mean, there's still Amazon and all other stuff, but I don't see an end for me. And I almost feel certain, like, wow, what is that like to feel like I'm almost done? I'm about to be out of this thing for good. Because we're like, yeah, there's no hope for me being done at all. I don't know where I'm putting all this stuff. I don't even think space is going to be the determinant. But what's keeping you collecting? I want to know. And a bunch of you haven't responded in the comments. So I'm going to start with you all and what you said earlier. And now, so as I'm not going through that, as I'm going through that, and you did not mention it earlier, you can post it in there and I will make sure to hit it in a second. Justin, why do I collect? I collect to get stuff I could not get when I was a kid, both old and new. I collect for nostalgia too. The main things I collect are Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Motu. You know what's funny? Because Motu has been one of those lines that has not had a drop in quality, and you could get whatever version of them that you've wanted. I think the worst line that we've gotten out of them are Mattel's 2000X line that they're putting out right now. And because the earlier ones were better, the cartoon version of them and that style doesn't work, but everything else has been excellent. That's been a very consistent line to collect throughout the decades. G-Brew, why do I keep collecting? Because I have ADHD. Collecting things makes me feel as if I've accomplished something when I actually haven't. ADHD brains love that kind of loophole. Plus, I don't collect just figures. I collect LPs, books, comics, movies, shirts, hoodies, statues, posters, and far too many things to remember off the top of my ADHD riddled head. Brian P. Why do you keep collecting? Obligatory. Gotta catch them all. Yeah, man. Wait, well, I don't have all of that, but I hear you on that one. Vin Doom. I collect because a lot of characters were never made. Nostalgia. And I love to collect. I am with you there. Pack Rat. Why do I keep collecting? In part to get stuff I never had as a kid, but always wanted. Nostalgia, somewhat obsessive personality. That might be the trait for a lot of us, right? Jamelin. Why? Because I'm working on figuring out how. But I'm working on figuring out how to change the way I collect. Oh, please expand. I think I'm going to have to do that too, but not because I want to. Pack Rat. I've collected stamps, books, magazines, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, random cards, souvenir cans, bottles, whatever, comics and toys. Yeah, most of that stuff I am with you, and most of that I am still collecting. Omega 579. The economy has forced me to slow down on Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe. I'm only really excited for Storm Arena releases lately. Oh, yeah. and Nash just shipped to the pile of loot for me. So whenever I decide to ship that pile of loot, I've got some more Storm Arena figures coming my way, and I cannot wait. David Thanos, why keep collecting? I need to figure something to spend money on. There you go. Rape has. Why am I continuing to collect toys? Part of it is OCD and addiction. Another part is I have this curiosity to see where the joints, articulation, and scope will go. In just the short, oh man, I think I did not star one of the other parts. Jump back on collecting has come a long way. Plus, there are some characters I'm hoping get toys made of. Right. And I think there is a big thing on that. Like maybe if I keep collecting, they'll make that one I really want. Lawson, why do I keep collecting? Obviously, I enjoy nitpicking, raging about off model sculpts, and cursing bad decision making. Keeps me young. Very much so. Rick Cage, 2006, 2026, been collecting for 20 years, and it's too fun. Figures inspire me to keep striving for my dream of being a successful artist. Well, you can do it, my man. I'm looking forward to seeing your stuff. And hopefully sooner than 20 years. Maurice, I love collecting, but Walmarts and Targets are horrible. Thank goodness for GameStop. Yeah, I know. It's so weird, right? We're like, thank you so much, GameStop. Can't buy games, but we can buy our figures from y'all. CS the director. I collect because I like it. I like it like that. Only what gets my attention. A mix of retro, but more modern. What retro stuff are you getting? Blade Star. I grew up in the 60s. I would have killed for superheroes growing up. I was 14 and long out of toys when Mingo came out. Started in 94 when I was 36 and superpowers and early Marvel. Nice. That was a good time to get in there. Yeah. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay. King Hood. Yeah, I'm close to being done with JoJo Classified. That's so funny to me because it's like, dude, there is so much stuff. So much stuff left. All about the villains, there is no end. They know we love a new shiny toy. Yeah, that's the really crazy part. Because speaking about new shiny toys, when Mattel starts their DC stuff, it's going to it's like the Hulk countdown. Days without incident, days without figures I'm adding to my wish list, 0. And they're any good. Oh boy. I do feel like those DC classic figures are probably most likely the next line of mine to move out of here because Mattel's gonna be working on a new line of DC figures, and if they're way better, then I can peacefully move on from them. TJ Jedi. McFarlane and Neil Gaiman are the Drake and Kate out of comic based IP. I wouldn't hold my breath for any endless adjacent figures anytime soon. That was well done. Zion. Collecting keeps me sane. Reminds me of the simpler times. Not gonna lie, I have in games with several lines after getting certain characters. With anything else after that, there's extra credit. Nice. Nathan. Can't see ever stopping. I can't stop. The thrill of the hunt, the memories of better days, kind of my constant through all the phases of life. So true. Because, right, it's just like collecting figures is something you start off as a little kid. You can grow up, be a teenager, be in college, get a job, have your own place. Yay. Get married, maybe not. Have kids, maybe not. But you can keep collecting. So, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Michael Solis, I collect for nostalgia, and the addiction is hard to quit. Just don't be too legit to quit. Hey! I remembered all that. That's so solid. Rick Cage, I'll rest when I'm dead. Hey! If you only knew. Pay the bell. As long as I can eat and place to sleep, I will collect toys. I'm with you. Lawson. The real reason I collect, who doesn't want a great representation in 3D form of their favorite comic book characters? I know I'm always looking for figures that fit my aesthetic. Absolutely. Nerd affiliated. What's up? Same, Omega. Henry G. Jeff, honestly, just a compulsion for me. I can't explain it. Ran out of space a long time ago. Even ran out of donuts a few times, but it didn't stop a thing. But it's some crazy psychological thing going back to my childhood. Not having a lot of this stuff, but wanting it all. Now got my own bread. It's on like popcorn. Great pass. I think I'm looking for new, highly articulated, beautiful sculpted figures as well. Something fun and interesting. Yeah, there's so many options now with third-party people, 3D printers changing the game, basically. Awesome. Another reason I collect toys are fun to help spread joy. And I'm all about that. And you really are about that. Thank you. Collecting things is fun. Expensive, but when you find what you're looking for and the fig is good, it's awesome. It absolutely is. DJ Jedi. I was so disappointed by the choice to go cartoon style for Motu 2000X. I'd have been all over in Motu 4 Horseman's designs with modern articulation. Well, I mean, we are getting them from Mondo, and they look really good. Really good. Snake Eyes. I don't know if I see an end because there's always a new game and companies making figures on already existing games. And I keep getting more video game figures to put in my collection in my display. I'm with you, brother. Future GC Warrior. Technically, I've been collecting since 86. As a kid, you don't really think of it as collecting. I've been consciously collecting since 2014. When you're a kid, your parents get you stuff. When you're older, you know what you want. Yes, sir. Snake Eyes. I collect and play video games too because I'm a gamer. G-Brew. I'm gonna need a lot more X-Men Ghostbusters. I'm gonna need to reveal a lot more X-Men Ghostbusters figures before I stop collecting. Lawson. If Legends gives us UFOs someday, I won't know how to feel. I'll probably just have a 1,000-yard stare for about 3 hours with Rocky. Into the fight music blaring inside my head. Brian P. Collecting action figures keeps me off the streets. Jalen. Jeff, I've collected comics and figures pretty consistently for over 40 years now. Count the childhood stuff, and I still have. I need to purge more often and curate better. I think the pandemic and depression have helped me to go overboard and develop some not so great collecting habits. I need to get rid of some older figures when or before I get new versions. Yeah, that's tricky because it's like that. Well, this one was fun back in the day. I can't get rid of it. I had that problem too. King Collector. I collect till I finish the line and have all the characters I want. Even after I finish the line, I do upgrade figures every once in a while. I just upgraded my Masterpiece Sideswipe to the DX9 one. Think of that one. Also, Kira, Sister Parks. So what's up? What's up, sister? Kira or Kira? And Tony, the Parks crew. Shout out to y'all. Justin, I'm looking forward to next year's Superman so I can get a second chance to get Superman. I almost got the first version, but after down payment, there were tariffs added towards relief. Towards release. Which when were you looking for? Regage. Wait, is Jeffrey an EDM fan? Organize that club tune. I can't stop. That is also from Kanye West too. Him and Jay-Z. But I listen to all kinds of music. I'm all over the place. Ray Pass, Jeff, if you mess with any of the newer toy companies out there, Savage Crucible, Sexy Ice, and Art, they look really cool. No, to answer your question, but I'm really close to getting some of these because they look really cool. Oh, the Hot Toys one. Yeah. Yeah, those tariffs were a pain. Anthony, I enjoy collecting because there's something special about finding my favorite characters from childhood brought to life in plastic form. Part of the fun is also the hunt itself, discovering figures. It is fun. I just wish you could be rewarded more often because sometimes, like, dude, I've been to this Target 20 times. There you go. Tracking down older releases and stumbling across unexpected additions along the way. Yay! Nice. Lawson, I never knew that toy collecting would lead me to having making friends like you and the Loud Figure Files group. I appreciate it. Feel the same way. Loud Figure Files represents the positives of figure collecting. Love that we all help each other out. We do, and I appreciate every one of you all for listening to me talk about toys. Anthony, I'm entering more of a curating phase of my collection. It's helped me focus on specific characters, teams, and themes I actually want to complete or eventually start. It also keeps me from endlessly buying multiple variants unless they fit a specific direction I'm aiming for. Yes, sir. And there's always so many more variants. Snowglare. I go like to play and to tell stories for fun. What's up, Snowglare? How are you tonight? David Thanos. Show idea. All your figures in a battlefield, as long as it's not a love. Select 5 to go against the rest, and you can't pick the obvious Thor, Superman, Galactus, etc. to make it more interesting. One figure from each line. I'd do that. That sounds fun. And at the same time, I still enjoy picking up different versions of the same characters when they feel unique enough. For example, my favorite figure right now is a recent Spider-Man 2099 Marvel Legends, which I did not get. To me, it's one of the most definitive looks for the character. Yet I still have this desire to hunt down older versions like the Toy Biz Spider-Man Classics or the Mezco 112 version. It almost feels like collecting the history and evolution of the character through figures across different eras. Nice. All right, I agree with that. Oh, there's so many more Ghostbusters figures to you, right? Lawson, there's also a special kind of joy a collector can have by helping others find the toys they want. It's one of my favorite parts of the way I collect. Nice. All right, well, we went overtime tonight, and I am really going to be making some more videos, maybe tomorrow, but definitely some over the weekend. So stay tuned. Lots of stuff, and we didn't talk about everything that I wanted to. Let me just do this really quick. Look through the drop zone over at my affiliate Entertainment Earth. There's a bunch of stuff coming. I mentioned that earlier, but let's see. Tomorrow, McFarlane Toys. Then new Jada figures coming tomorrow as well. Monday, more McFarlane Toys. Jada, Entertainment Earth, limited edition figure. Mattel has some stuff dropping, not necessarily action figures. Hasbro has some stuff because there's a live stream coming up Monday. More Hasbro on Thursday, and Friday. Not action figures, but just stuff. McFarlane Toys drops their superpower stuff. On the Tuesday, we have more action figures from Hasbro, probably more pre-orders, and more Hasbro stuff on next Wednesday and next Thursday. There is so much stuff. Actually, 2 Wednesdays and Thursdays. I assume this might be our first Yojo June reveal from Hasbro. Let's go to Dan's tweet here, or Hasbro Pulse. Get ready for the next Marvel Legends fan stream, May 18th at 11 a.m. So Mr. Stevie's co-hosting yet again. Dwight, we miss you. Please come back soon. But it'll be fun, and I will absolutely be talking about all of this stuff. Overtime we get paid, right? All right, active I collect to get the better quality of figures I had when I was young, when I was a kid. Brings back the good times too. Absolutely. What's up, Hustle SM? Thank you, Jeffrey. You're going to hit 9,000 subscribers soon. Early congratulations, amigo. I appreciate it, my friend. I still collect because I'm in love with my collection. Hey, man, I think that says it. All right, Jeff. Has been fun. Have a great night and a great week. Always a nice welcoming space here. Thank you. Appreciate that from you. Absolutely. It needs to be welcoming talking about figures. All right, follow. Have a good night, everyone. Later, Jeff. Thanks. David Thanos. See you next week. Same Jeff time, same Jeff channel. Brian P. Dan also said for the most part, the Marvel stream will be primarily the Comic-Con exclusives. We shall see. Looking forward to it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Apparently, I'll be doing a lot of videos over the next few days. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Wednesday, Jace, Chief, Javon. I don't know who else coming through, but we'll be on for Lyle's Movie Files. And next week, I'll be back again. More Lyle's Figure Files. And of course, I'll be breaking down the Marvel reveals on Monday's live stream. So stay tuned for that. But for now, and wrapping up tonight, this episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.